Hi, my name is Jess Write. I'm here to discuss with you loss while dealing with loss. Growing up to the parents of Jesse Wright Sr. and Patricia Wright, I am the youngest of five children. Unfortunately, my dad passed in 2008. My mom passed right behind him in 2010. Such a such a real dark time for myself and my family.
I am sitting in my car at the cemetery. This is where my mom is laid to rest. Anybody that know me know that I've never been here since she's transitioned. I'm debating of I'm debating to go to the actual grave site. I am kind of nervous, and some people don't think it's necessary once a person passes. For me, I feel like it's necessary to do because I feel like it's a part of my journey with this loss situation that is a chapter that's not closed. I'm not saying that it'd be closed like it's over with, like I'll never have to deal with it again, but I just feel like so I sit in my car. I'm in my car. I used to be hard for me to drive in here, so I got closer. You know what? I'm gonna get out, and I don't know. So, let's see. So yeah, this is a lot for me, and yeah. So I think I'm going to renege. I'm not going to go to the site, but I got closer. I'm in the parking lot. I wanna hug from you. I wanna hug from you. Mama, I wish I could get a hug from you.
So growing up, right, we grew up at my grandfather's church. Showers of blessings. My grandfather, Willie Williams, was the pastor of the church in Inglewood, south side of Chicago. And so, grandfather got sick, grandfather transitioned. He makes my dad pastor, right? My dad did not want to be a pastor. According to my mom and according to him, that wasn't on his things to do. He enjoyed playing the guitar at the church. He was a guitarist. That was his thing, right? But my grandfather, well, I guess wanted to keep it in the family. So father became a pastor, kind of put all of us kids in positions to do what we have to do. Sister singing, my brother playing, and I'm playing instruments and things of that nature. You already know if you was a pastor's kid, man, you got to get in and do whatever it needs to be done, get it done, right? So, and that's what happened. My dad became a pastor. We was the kids of a pastor. We was grandkids of a pastor. Now we're kids of a pastor. At Showers of Blessing and Chicago, Southside, Inglewood. So, today I am going to meet my two siblings at the church.
But if your members is yield to the works of the flesh, you are bound by the works of the flesh. And you can't suffer nothing. Maybe somebody talk about your mouth before you get mad. Praise him.
haven't been in the church in a minute. It's been a minute. It's just so, like, the memories of, like, being in here, you know, growing up. I don't know. I think that, you know, so much is, I would say this, for me, learning so much being in here, learning how to.
Yeah, this is where we learn how to pray, sing, preach.
Yeah, everything happened here.
And yeah. My first time I ever prayed was at the altar. My mom said, "You praying today?" Her and Ella Jones made me pray that Sunday morning for the youth service. That was the first time I prayed. I think I prayed for about an hour.
Oh, yeah, that's intense. But you know, it's like I think more so than anything, it's a blessing to be able to, you know, be raised to come up a certain way and have a family. It's a family church, you know. We grew up here, so it's like, you know, come up a certain way. Me being I guess Michi maybe have more memories than anybody because she's the oldest. Tyrus, me being the youngest, I kind of came late to the party, but I remember a lot of stuff.
7 years late, that's all. He's only 7 years late.
I was late, but I made it. Way to go, Pops.
They made it.
I don't know if that was.
Papa opened this church in 72, and you came 5 years later. 4. Where's you born?
76.
76, so 4 years later.
Wait a
Yep.
minute.
Papa.
The math, you said 72, right?
Yeah, Papa opened this church in 72.
Okay, all right. Okay.
You know, growing up a real tight-knit group, although later in life my parents divorced, but nevertheless we still was a tight-knit group, a family, and always being together and always around each other. And so losing my father first was very traumatic. It was out of nowhere. Didn't see that one coming. My mom, it was the same thing, out of nowhere, didn't see it coming. And very traumatic. Very, as they say, you know, definitely took the wind out of my sails and changed my perspective on life, time, and lost. Though you lose people, in the moments and in that time of losing them, you are lost and trying to find your way. And so that's where I found myself, and I'm sure just like others, is trying to find your way and navigate the emotion of losing very key people in your life. And so it's a challenge, but it's one that you cannot avoid, you can't suppress, you have to deal with it. And so that's what we're learning to do. We're learning to deal with being lost while dealing with loss.
But the reality and the gut-wrenching reality for me is when they were laying them down,
in the thing.
in the,
so was it like did you feel, because I know we all different, but did you feel like a sense of loss as a result of that? Like, man, okay. Because I think, you know, of course, Diddy represents something different for all of us, you know, but what was that process?
Let me see. For me, the loss of it was just not hearing his voice.
Right.
So my sense of loss was just not hearing his voice.
Or fussing.
Because of fussing about something or telling me I gotta
Right.
go do something.
Right.
'Cause he always delegated stuff. So he delegate me to go see about Auntie Christina, or he'll delegate, do this. So that's the loss that I'm really feeling, is like, dang, ain't nobody tell me, Michi, go here and go pick up Sister So-and-so and go
Do
pick
something.
up Sister
Right.
what her name, and the church, I gotta do this, and you know, all that. So those type of things, because by me being an eldest, you know, I was already kind of more like, not control, but more, I had to kind of oversee stuff, and Daddy kind of leaned and depended on me a lot. So I was kind of just used to that. So it looked like our conversation or interaction was more what he needed me to do.
Right.
You know, because
Being that's how it is with the oldest child, though. Like I said, everybody deal with something. Like Michi said, I think I think we maybe talked about it as siblings, but not talked about it. But everybody deal with death different, and everybody deal with losing different. So what that looked like for you?
Well, I just started to get into Father's Day because I didn't like Father's Day. Christmas either, Mother's Day either, whatever. They wasn't significant no more. So that's pretty much it. No. What else? And the day my response was anger. Anger. Because I felt prayers didn't get answered. So with anger, disappointment, the same day I came down to the church and stood somewhere right here and was mad at God for taking them. I was upset. You know, told God he was bogus for that. Told him he was bogus for that. Somewhat, I don't feel like that way no more, but I was upset. Told God he was bogus for that. Because we didn't get no warning. He was down here, Sunday morning services, shouting, dancing, then go back. No change at the hospital. No change. So, the church didn't teach us how to grieve. Say shout and dance, it'll be okay. And that's what and that's what, we thought would work. But I tell anybody, to this day, if you gotta cry. And for years people say certain songs don't sing what you want to sing, play what music you want to play, and stop trying to be strong for nobody, preachers included. I'm being strong for the family. There's no such thing as being strong for the family when it's related to death.
We are, I'm here with my sister. We about to go see our sister and chop it up with her, take a road trip to South Bend, and looking forward to it. All right, peace. Here to South Bend, I got my family with me, my nieces, Destiny, Shakira, nephew, my blue nephew. He just woke up, so he don't want to be bothered. So we riding out here, Shakira, Glam Squad.
Hey guys.
They're so beautiful. We waiting on their mama. We waiting on Pearl.
She taking all
She in
day.
there.
All day.
Look, she in there. I think she has. I don't know what she has something to eat. She in there, blue boy.
There she go, but.
Oh, she ain't even came out. See, that'd have been perfect if she came out. So we're gonna keep talking about it. No, it's always a good time with family, and I know we're dealing and discussing loss, but it's always a good time to be with family. So as you process loss and grief, family help you with that process. with, you know, dealing with what you have to deal with. So.
So initially, it was just shock, right? You shock of the prayers and scripture reading and the worship music and things like that just didn't come through, right? And it was just learning how to kind of deal with that piece of it, and then losing him. And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, the church stuff, right? It was just so much at one time, right? And just really shocked though. Just really didn't, because it didn't turn out how I wanted it to turn out.
And I guess that's kind of too what Tyra's mentioned about being like just angry. You know what I mean? It's like you praying, and I think that's the thing with people is like people praying, like you said. Auntie Char, I do remember Auntie Charlotte with her scriptures and you know, and all of that, just churching, you know, and it's like you're trying to really make it make sense because it's not making sense at all. And it's a lot of people that's dealing with that, like, you know, especially if you're a faith-based family or, you know, you're people of faith, you know, and then you're getting stories of other people that, like I stated before, that had like 18 stage of cancer and they straight. And they get out and they be cool, but then your people don't make it out. So it's kind of like, it make you feel some type of way.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? And it's like dealing with that is a lot. It's a whole lot to kind of like deal with that type of process. Day to day, now that, you know, Daddy gone, like what that feel like?
For me, it has, I know we're just talking about Dad, but going from losing him and then losing Mama 2 years later, like, I don't know, for me, it has really just changed my outlook on life. Like, you know, somebody at my job gave me a compliment the other day. And they were just like, every time we see you, you just, you know, light up the room, all of this stuff. And I always reference it to losing your parents like that. And then, like, I would have always thought I would have went crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
that, on that day, I'm at work, and I know everyone been praying, everyone been, you know, lifting Diddy up in prayer for his total healing and this and this and that. But I'm at work. I just go back to that morning. I remember that morning. I had the joy of the Lord. I was like, joy bells was just ringing. So I felt this is going to be a good day. Diddy's getting better. Saints praying. Like Charlotte said, Auntie Charlotte throwing them scriptures. Like, I mean, everybody, it's everything in sync. But then that day, I was at work. Rest in peace, Dante. He had say, oh yeah, Pearl, we've been ahead to the hospital, so you know we just gotta go there. I was like, oh okay, like I'm thinking in good spirits, like this is gonna be a good thing.
Right.
Man, so we get in the car, and I just was still optimistic, still like okay,
because we were there already.
Y'all was there already. So I think I must have been the last person. So Dante, he probably was thinking like how we can work this out. You know, we just. And he was very normal. He was very normal. He was very normal. So, but I think I started getting phone calls. I remember Mama called me. Somebody else had called me. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like thinking like, and then I think Mama told somebody, I don't think Pearl knows. So like whoever called, don't say nothing. She was like, I don't think the way she's talking. Now she can't know because she just, Joe Bill was ringing out. Yeah, she doing a lot of laughing and like joking, because I was in really good spirits that day. I really was. So I remember going to Christ and down their aisle. Y'all know that third floor, the infamous third floor. The same floor I actually had my surgery on. That's a whole nother documentary. But anyway, so I remember coming down that aisle. I seen Tara's. So Tara's in the corner just like he was crying, and I'm thinking, we all been crying,
Yeah.
we all been praying, so I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, man, I said, Towers, come on, they want us to pray, what you doing? We need to go down the hall, because Towers won't budge, and I was like, oh, Towers stubborn, like man, Towers a little bit
He
stubborn.
ain't getting with the program.
Yeah, he getting with what I'm saying, so then I work further down, and then I seen Michi. But come on, Michi been crying all along, so I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, Michi just crying. But I remember seeing y'all. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And then that's when y'all came to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, all I remember was, I just took off. You remember that? I just ran. I just completely ran. And then I remember Sean following me, like chasing me, like I just, so I can't even, just that thought, just to think like, man, the person that raised you, the person that took out time with you, the person that was so dear, you know what I'm saying? Just all the things you could think what daddy does for a little girl, even as an adult, because daddy was just present. He was present. Daddy was present. So I ran, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of felt like Tara said in the first one, like, man, this is bogus. Like, what? I said, but God, I got up praying that morning. I felt good that morning. I felt like he coming out of this. And when you have all the believers in the room, you got, man, ministers and preachers, everybody, it's like, okay, I'm really not understanding this. And then just to see Daddy just laying there, all that did it. Oh my God. I was like, okay, this is real. Like, this is just, oh my God. So my initial reaction, it still was feeling like, I just can't believe this. Because I know we were laboring in prayer. I know we were just believing God for the outcome. And I feel like we didn't get it. We just didn't get it. So, yeah.
Praying for you, praying all your hopes and dreams, that they will come true. And if there should be some rain, I know the sun will shine again, 'cause I'll be praying for you. I'll be thinking of you, thinking of you. Though we're far apart, you in my heart, and there you always stay, till we meet again someday. I'll be thinking of you, I'll be thinking of you.
I'm up here visiting my dad, the cemetery. Man, seems like literally yesterday. Like, I remember while we were parked, we walked up this little street where I'm at now, and feels like yesterday. It's interesting though, growing up, my dad was from the South, so, men from the South back in that day, back in the time or whatever, I'm an 80s, guess you could say 70s, 80s kid. And so a lot of those men wasn't real talkative in the sense of like connecting with their kids from an emotional standpoint. And so me and my dad, as I got older, teenager, I was just so irritated by the fact that my daddy did not talk. He talked, but wasn't like an emotional type of situation where we could connect in that way. But as I got older too, I realized that that's just how I was with those men. So growing up, I used to, especially as a teenager, man, that used to burn me. And I think really I was kind of, hurt by that, So before I had my son, I had the opportunity to talk to my dad and just kind of vent about those frustrations, typical daddy fashion. He listened, and I appreciate him listening. He didn't say much, but he did listen, and from that day we was cool. We was cool. I learned to accept the man he was, and I was cool with that. Awesome dude, amazing provider, and just made sure that me and my my siblings, my family was okay. And other families too. We had people living with us. We had a house full of people. And but that was my dad, man. Just a real providing, loving type of guy. And so, yeah, I'm here and just wanted to come up here and just kind of talk to him. This loss is, man, it is something. But, yeah. Hard working and all the things that I do is because of him. My dad was a hard worker, and it's all because of him. So it's amazing how you get older, you start seeing some of your parents' characteristics that is starting to like manifest in your own life. Some good, some bad, but nevertheless, it's really a good thing, man, to just be raised right and just have that. And so I do miss my dad, though. Miss him a lot. Yep, I do.
Goodbye as we cry tears.
How could a bird sing without a voice?
Remember that time?
How can
She look at you like
Charlotte had them long nails.
Man.
Charlotte scratched Javon in the face. Was it Javon?
Maybe was, because he was a little light bright at the time.
Yeah, she scratched Javon's face up real bad.
Oh, man.
So I remember that.
That boy had all kind of red scratches. Charlotte took some skin, but Sister Hartman was not happy. She had to go home that Sunday. She was
Wow.
ready to fight. Your mama thought that was funny.
What type of mama?
Man,
That's
out
funny.
of control. And do
That's
that nowadays.
She laughed at a lot of stuff y'all did, huh?
Yeah, because I remember
Yeah, I
being
can
in the
see
living
Mama
room. She
doing
used to
that.
call me in the living room and do stuff and make her laugh. That was.
Yeah, I can see Mama yell.
That's
Mama
what
full of jokes.
Alonzo said at Shirley's funeral. He said, my cousin Pat got me like this. Had me come over just crack jokes, do something stupid. I think what was really hard is that final goodbye when you go into the ground.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's it's like they said the body's just a shell, but still I could see. There's something I can identify with right at this moment. But when that lid closes and that's a whole new. Yeah, it does something totally different. It hits differently. So to where you used to maybe hearing their voice, even if we don't talk all the time, but every now and then a phone call, or to go from that to nothing, it was pretty rough. But our childhood growing up was we had some of the best times. It was our Christmases was just completely. To have a house full of people, your grandmother cooking, and here come your mom, your dad, and some of you always little bitties like these around here. Here come Lois and Johnny and Gerald and Junior and Toot and Lil Willie, and it's the house that's full. To seeing them all just drop off one by one, and each one of them take a part of your heart with them, that's pretty rough. Because it leaves so many holes. Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, I got to fill them with something, and if you don't find yourself connected, and there is no outlet, so now you got to create one. Mm-hmm. Then the ones you create sometimes can lead you into some dark places. So that's without getting spiritual, just on a natural thing.
Yeah.
You don't pull it together and say, well, I got to figure out what am I going to do for me. Because you're constantly in mourning. You're constantly in grief. And a lot of folks try to tell you there should be a time period for it, but it's really not.
No, it's not.
It's not. So some other days come around, I'm thinking about them. Birthdays come around, I'm thinking about them.
I think about all the time we going to St. Louis to see your mama. I'm like, man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Touching her feet, and her feet cold as ice. And I'm like, man, I think she gone. She don't want to say that, but, the reality is, I asked the doctor, if you take the machine and plug with my sister live, oh, yeah, she okay with this, so what we got to plug in for, I remember, when your daddy passed, they was in there in Christ Hospital, pleading the blood of Jesus, and the people that came in and put the white sheet over his face, he gone now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What we gonna do now? We need to
and that's the
call Gallon the Leaks.
You going?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Call Gallon the Leaks or something, man, but even with y'all, though, man, y'all going through a lot, with your daddy too, and both of them had aneurysm, right?
Yeah, they're in the same spot.
In the same.
Mama had hers on the left side over. Dad's on his left side.
But see, y'all came up. I know y'all might have had a little wine, a little weed, but the only way I dealt with death was getting high. Junior, getting high. Y'all didn't get. Y'all was, you and Gerald, y'all didn't live the lifestyle that we live so much. So
right
when you out there like that. Only thing left to deal with it, I knew I'm gonna give me something to drink. I'm gonna smoke this away.
Right. So it's like, that was just your way of coping.
Coping, yeah. Coping with that, and didn't care if I died though back then. I really didn't, And as right now though, I'm glad I didn't, because what it did taught me to increase my faith with God. Right now, I really believe He answered my prayers. Wow. And I was telling Mitch, I act the fool sometimes and all that, but in the deep down, I know what God He'll do. My upbringing came back. Even all these applications, man, I'm telling you, I lay up every morning I get up in my shower and I pray. And God answered some of my prayers though, Jess, He really do. It scares me sometimes. I'm like, man, do I deserve to, God, look over all y'all. Look over my nephews, and He do it. Protect us, because, the death angel. I said, man, keep the death angel away from the right whims and
everybody.
The families, because, man, life is rough, man.
So you what? You the oldest left, right?
Yep. Janice.
Oh, yeah.
Janice. She 1 year older than me, but her state in, but I thank God for being the oldest, man. Growing up in Inglewood, gang banging, getting shot at and shooting at people. A lot of stuff that y'all don't even know that was going on, but man, and God, I know He saved my life, and anybody that I can tell, I would tell them to get a relationship with God, a real one.
Yeah.
It ain't the church, it ain't denomination. It ain't that. It's to get you a one-on-one relationship with God. I mean, He do it for me. He don't respect the person,
right? Yeah, because that's like you mentioned that about even when Daddy was in the hospital, we was going through that, and I think Tyrus, he mentioned about just seeing him in that state, and everybody, people praying and throwing oil, and you know what I'm saying?
That's all we knew.
Yeah. But then it's like the reality of certain things. I don't even know if you remember this. So I remember we was at the hospital, and you had pulled me in the hallway and said, "Nephew, let me holler at you for a minute." He was like, I'll never forget it. Like I actually use it for life. When you pulled me in the hall, you was like, "Hey, are you prepared and thought about if he don't come out of this?" And at the time, man, I heard what you said, but I didn't really take on what you were saying. Like I heard you, but didn't hear you because it's like
you wasn't accepting it.
Yeah, like, man, so like what you saying? And what you were saying was, have you prepared yourself just in case that this situation
don't go the way
we praying for?
Right.
I know that, Towers was thinking that, and I think that's why he was hurt. Pearl was thinking that, like, it's gonna go the way we praying for, but then it don't happen. Then it's like, man, God, you bogus. God, you upset. But when you said it to me, like I said, it was like I haven't. I couldn't.
It's okay, man.
I couldn't wrap my mind around that as a possibility, and I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you being my uncle in that moment, like protecting me.
Yeah.
In that way to say, nephew, man, I want you to think about some other things just in case this don't go the way that you want it to go. And I appreciate that. That really helped me. Even in life, I look at things that way now.
But in that same way, God put it for you to experience it. He don't want you to keep what you just told me to me. He wants you to share that with another suffering brother or sister that might be losing their parents. See, I think all this death that happened to us for nothing, man. You got to share your experience and strength and hope with somebody. I'm telling you, man. You can help somebody. It might not say, man, I can't. Who can I help? You can help somebody that everybody don't know how to deal with death. And I'm not, not to get away from the spiritual part of it, but there's this natural part of it.
Yeah.
I do remember that, and I remember when I asked you, Jess, okay, it's time. What we gonna do? Everybody crying. I said, what we need? We need to call Gallon or Leaks or somebody. See, it's time to move on now. He gone. What we gonna?
Yeah, right.
We can't stay in these people's hospital all night crying. And I remember Bernice. I don't know if you remember Bernice was still in that praying. And them people told her, Mr. Wright, Pastor Wright, gone. So what do? We can stand there and pray all night. God, this is what I learned, though, just through death. When your mama died, anybody that I know I did it, they'll say that, God, if I'm sick, and I'm saying, God, I'm ready to go, take me. You and y'all praying, God, keep him here. Who prayer you think he gonna answer? You think he gonna answer my prayer or your prayer?
Right.
I say, God, I'm ready to go. My life is, I'm going ready to be with you. But my whole family praying, God, keep him here. I think he gonna answer my prayer. I'm the one that, especially a person that's been suffering with cancer.
Right.
Lord, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
It's selfish for us to pray, God, keep him in. He hurt and he ready to go. His body all riddled with cancer, he ready to go. But we don't look at it like that.
What you feeling?
I would say with granddaddy. Granddaddy was like shocked. And at the time, I didn't know what it was, And what grandma would say was the same thing, but I dealt with it better, you know, from losing granddaddy and my other grandparent. So, yeah, shocked at the initial feeling of shock.
We just about to go home. So once I found, like, once that moment happened, when like we were inside the hospital in the waiting room, then I seen y'all like in the room with him. He had the tubes all on him and stuff, and they were like, he's gone. I feel like that moment was like the biggest like gut punch. Like I never felt like sadness and sorrow at that moment like I did when I was 15. It hit me super hard. And I couldn't do nothing but cry. I couldn't do nothing but, I think I'm gonna holler or something. I did something. But yeah, that was like my initial reaction. Like I couldn't believe it. I thought this praying and stuff that y'all was doing was gonna work and we was gonna go home, but he's not coming. Like he's not coming back home.
But I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying. I'm trying to figure it out. I thought I still trying to figure had control of the emotions, but the pain.
So, my mother, man, my mom was such a beautiful soul. I recall just a few things that makes me smile sometimes or make me laugh, sometimes cry. In regards to my mom, I growing up young playing drums at church. My dad used to like kick me off the drums when I would mess up. I would have to get off the drums, and my brother would play because I guess I couldn't keep the beat. My legs were so short, so I just really couldn't hit the paddle. And man, my mom was so, and she would see that, and she was so gracious and so, I don't know, being a mother, a good mother. She would take the tambourine, stand by the drums by me to make sure every time she would hit the tambourine that I will play on beat. She will help me keep beat, help me keep tempo, and I'm almost certain it was so that my dad wouldn't kick me off and I wouldn't cry. Because when he used to kick me off the drums, I would go in the front row and I would cry. And she would rub me and rub my head, and you know, I lay on her shoulder or something and I'd be crying, and my dad kicks me off. And my mom would get the tambourine and she would come up there by the musician's little stand right there and beat the tambourine so that my dad wouldn't kick me off the drums. That's the type of mother, just always wanted to make sure that I was okay. And so, fast forward in life, mom gets sick, but not even really sick. Let me just go back a little. We out with some family, my cousins, Gerald and a bunch of family, we all out. And my cousin Peaches, I remember, I believe it was Peaches, called us and told us that my mom had failed. She was somewhere and fell or something to that effect. And we didn't know exactly what was all going on. This is a Saturday, right? So this is Saturday. So fast forward to Wednesday, we drive. My mom moved to St. Louis, so we drove to St. Louis, go to the hospital. All the family, we're there. She up, we talking, everybody's sitting up talking, trying to figure out what actually happened. Doctors told us to ask my mom, did you want us to leave out the room? So I guess they could discuss what they needed to discuss. And my mom was like, nah, you know,
So me being me, I'm all in the bed with her, and in that moment, the doctors tell my mom she had 3 to, she had 3 to 4 years to live, and that was a lot to hear. So we go back. We leave the hospital. We go back home. Week goes by. Maybe a week and a half go by. My mom calls me, and I think I'm on my way somewhere. I don't even remember exactly where I was going. She called me and was like, she needed to talk to me, but she was kind of like crying or whatever. And as I stated earlier, that my mom was always taking care of making sure I was okay, making sure that she created conditions for me to succeed in, whether it was school, music, whatever it was. She created conditions for me to succeed in. So in this moment, it's like all of that is reversed now. It's like, how do we create conditions so she can succeed? Or how can I contribute to that? So when she called, I felt so helpless, and she called me and said that she was scared, that she didn't want to die. And as a child, well, your mom always made sure you was okay. And there was nothing I really could do. There was nothing I could do. But listening to my mom cry like a baby about not wanting to die. And she died a week later. Oh man, that hurt. That hurt so bad. And so to have a mother in your life, your whole life, just in your life, your whole life, making sure that you're okay. And when she's in maybe the most vulnerable time in her life, there's nothing I can do to help. Oh, that made me feel so bad. But I tell people, only 2 people that will ever love me unconditionally is God and my mom. Unconditional love, always. I miss that lady so much. What a wonderful soul.
I can get a hug, I want a hug from you. I want a hug from you. I miss you. You mean the world to me. Mama, I hate that you had to leave. You loved me so heavenly, couldn't ask for a better
perspective, having achieve the status, unfortunately, like you, as what I like to call adult orphans. You know, I lost both parents, and so so I'm going to dive into that and hopefully, you know, bring some light, you know, to help through those dark times. But thank you, Jesse, for inviting me.
For sure. So throughout the documentary, really been dealing with loss or feeling lost while dealing with loss. And I'm sure you run into that in your profession. But I wanted to have you just kind of give us some insight or just kind of peel back some layers or in regards to that. Because me myself personally, I think that was one of my greatest things was after losing my mom and dad, just that feeling of being lost while holding on to that loss and that grief.
Sure.
And so, yeah, just kind of give us something that people can kind of take with them as they process this loss, and then being lost inside of losing, say, a loved one in that regard.
Of course. You know, one of my mentors used to say, and may he rest in peace, but something he used to say is that death is an appointment that none of us is going to be able to miss, right? And so, you know, I think early on for me, what that did was create this understanding that loss is inevitable. You know, we as human beings, we are going to experience loss. We are going to experience death. The challenge is, I think lots of times, are the stories that we create around not only death, but the stories we create around life. And, you know, it's in those stories that we develop our beliefs, our core beliefs. And when those things are shaken, it can have a devastating impact on us. So, for example, if a person believes that maybe their loved ones are going to live forever, and nobody, at least in my experience, nobody just explicitly says that, right? That my loved ones are going to live forever. But it is very clear by our reaction to losing loved ones that somehow or another we believe that death was maybe for everyone else, but not for us, or not certainly not for our loved ones. And so that disrupts really the story that ties our lives together, you know, which can have deep impact for years, you know. But the good news is, if there's any good news I think we can derive from it, is that loss is going to happen, right? And so one of the antidotes for loss, especially as it relates to grief, is to live fully, right? You know, as I mentioned, you know, and as Jesse had mentioned, you know, I've lost both parents. I remember something my mother would say to me when her mother passed, and that was, you know, I did everything that I could always do for my mother. In other words, she's saying I always showed up, you know, and that could have looked differently, right? Because on a Monday she could have shown up with everything. That Tuesday she's showing up, might not necessarily be with everything, but the point was she showed up, right? And so for me, at least, that's something I've been able to integrate in my life is to show up, right? Is to be fully present in every moment. And does that eliminate the pain of loss? Of course not. We're social creatures. Human beings we've not evolved to live on islands. We're connected to people, right? And so when those people and those structures in our lives are no longer there materially or physically, we are going to feel pain. But that pain can be mitigated if, while those folks are living, we give them their flowers then, right? If, you know, we challenge even the stories and narratives that we have around loss, around death, you know. And so, you know, I don't want to, you know, monopolize the conversation in that regard. But I guess what I'm saying is, one, loss is inevitable, death is inevitable. You are going to feel that. Two, one of the ways to mitigate the impact is to live fully, love fully. And I know that might sound like a lot of woo-woo or, something that's just ethereal, but it can be very real, just showing up. For example, showing up with my brother, that's showing up, and, God forbid, and hopefully, Jesse and I, we live, another 50 plus years, but if we don't, my hope is that while we live, we have loved one another fully, and if there are steps or beats that have been missed, we repair those, and keep it moving. Because something I shared with Jesse a little earlier, and this is just, just real, there are billions of people since the beginning of the world who have died. We are going to be just another drop in the bucket of folks who die 100 years, 200, 300 years from now. The things that remain are those lives that we've impacted. The things that remain are, those seeds of love that we've sown. But as sure as you and I sit here, we're going to check out, But that's a part of life too.
So, the way things happened when my dad transitioned was crazy, to say the least. So I remember my sisters called my phone and was trying to get me to go to the hospital. Nothing was wrong with my dad at the time. He was sitting up, doing what my dad do, just sitting up, talking, rambling. So it wasn't like he was sedated or anything like that. He was just at the hospital because he was having problems seeing his vision. And so, but the week that was going on, he called me every day, like fussing about something. And I'm like, man, Diddy is blowing me this week. Like, first of all, he don't call me every day. This week, he called me every day and fussing. And so, this was a Thursday. Pearl, Charlotte, and Michi is bugging me. They out shopping and doing something. And they're bugging me about picking me up to take me with them to the hospital. It wasn't that I didn't want to see my dad. I've been talking to him all week, fussing. He gonna do nothing fuss. So I'm like, man, I'll catch Diddy when he go home, right? So they insist. Oh man, they insist. So they like, we outside. So I put my shoes on, go out there with them. We go up to the hospital. It's a Thursday. Diddy sitting on the bed, we joking and all of that. And so Pearl was like messing with his stomach and we just, doing what we do. Cracking jokes, acting silly. So we leave Thursday. It's Thursday. Friday, I get a call. They're like, yeah, Diddy need that surgery. Surgery? What? Something dealing with his brain or something. Me personally, I just felt like it's no big rush. Like, just wait. We could just get some second opinions because he already had a quadruple bypass. So heart surgery recently and then a brain surgery? Really? Whatever. All right. So that's just Friday. Saturday is the surgery. Well, surgery was like early in the morning. I don't know. At the time, it was just early in the morning. So, honestly speaking, we get up to the hospital. They take him to surgery. I didn't get a chance to see him go to the back. So the last time I talked to my father was that Thursday when my sisters came together. He goes to surgery. Surgery's supposed to be what? 4 hours? 3 or 4 hours. something like that, 4 or 5 hours. So we could see on the screen, he's still in surgery. It's like, man, it's like 8, 9 hours. What is going on? Finally come out. Doctor said we had some complications, but he'll be, you know, fine. So we just all waiting and waiting and waiting. They like, he's still sedated. He should wake up soon. This dude is not waking up. Next day, same thing. This dude is not waking up. All right, what's really going on? And so we go from just laughing and talking Thursday to this. It's like a week go by. People up there praying and doing all this stuff. Not understanding what's going on. So quite naturally, you're frustrated. You antsy, you irritated, and oh my God, just kept declining. And it just brought about a frustration like never before. And so eventually we're there, and it's in the hospital. And so they're like sedation. My dad didn't sign a resuscitation to resuscitate or whatever paper. So I go, me and my friend, me and Sean, we go, he followed me, we go to the back, to the intensive care unit or whatever. The doors are open. I see this nurse like straddled him and trying to resuscitate. Blood is everywhere. I can hear his ribs cracking. It's like, gotta be kidding me. And I'm like, how do we get here? How do we get here? This is my father. Oh my God. Oh. I couldn't sleep for weeks. Months, weeks, just seeing that image of the blood and watching his body just keep popping up. And they didn't know I was back there, so of course they closed the thing. And his doctor come out. The only thing he tell me is, we tried. We tried. I got to sit there and hold that image. I was just talking to this dude, and I was just laughing and talking to this guy. I'm like, you doing all this praying and people up here telling us this and that. This dude is gone. Yeah. Oh, that hurt. I was so mad. Just mad, just angry, not understanding. Trying to figure it out. This can't be. And to leave, and after that, to lose my mom like a year and a half, 2 years later, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. And yet you still gotta do life. Yeah, you still gotta go on. Yeah, people have an expectation for you. But you're trying to do this without parents. It's crazy. And me so young. My parents weren't even 60. It was under 60. It wasn't even 60 years old. It's like, God, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, man? What the hell is you doing? I don't have parents. I can't do this. I can't. So, yeah, loss, while dealing with loss is a real thing. And so, there we have it. There we have it.
This road has been a little rough since I lost you. Lost you. Oh, I wake up, my pillowcase is wet from my tears. 'Cause last night I had a dream about you. I'm trying, said I'm trying to live without you, live my life without you, without you. Said I'm trying, ooh, I'm trying. Good God Almighty, it gets hard without you.
I was feeling like God just left me. He didn't answer my prayer, they just left me. Broke my heart, didn't know what to do. I wish you were here. Life for me would be so much clearer. I'm trying to live without you, without you. Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying.
What's she? Who is that?
Kiki.
What's up, Kiki? Where your mom at? She.
Oh,
that's Meryl. Cut this off. That's my niece. Cut this off. That's the nephew.
Put that.
Now y'all on video. So we want to get rid of them.
What's up, little niece?
This is.
What's up, meet you number 2? Yeah, that's me. Who you think that is?
Why you say it like that, Key? That was, I don't know, Key, that was a little shady. Why you say it like that?
She's.
Where your mom at?